Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kickback Presents the All Memphis Postgame Show, where we break down, recap, analyze every Memphis Grizzlies and/or Memphis Tiger game right after it happens. You don't have to wait for our takes. Tonight is your boy Jamal riding solo, so it's going to be a pretty short show, pretty short recap. The Grizzlies did their part tonight to make it that way, blowing out the Atlanta Hawks 131 to 113. The homie Mace is out there handling some business on the West Coast. So we'll catch him after Friday's game. But like I said, the Grizzlies beat the Hawks tonight 131-113. Second night of a back-to-back. They beat the Heat last night. So they go from it's been a hell of a road trip, man. They flew from Memphis to Philadelphia, Philadelphia to Miami, Miami to Atlanta, and then Atlanta to New York. They play the Knicks on Friday. Kind of a weird road trip. You would think they would have played Philadelphia and New York in the same swing, but no. They made them fly from Philly to Miami, Miami to Atlanta, and then Atlanta to New York, which is crazy. But this game was dominated by the Grizzlies. They started off pretty slow. They were down by 14 pretty early, but they came back. They had a 3-point lead at halftime. The bench unit played really well. And then, just like last night, the Grizzlies kind of separated themselves in the third quarter. In the third quarter, it was crazy. Grayson Allen had a bunch of points in the third quarter. I don't really have how many he scored in the third quarter. So since it's just us, I guess we can take a look at that. Let's see. Grayson Allen, third quarter. Grayson, he messed me up. Grayson Allen, 3, 6, 9, 11, 13, 15. Like Grayson had 15 in the third. I think Ja had 14 in the third. So we had a 43-point third quarter, just like we had a 40-point third quarter against the Sixers, and we had a really good third quarter against the Heat last night. This game was good. It's kind of the same thing as last night. Kyle Anderson started off real early, started off playing well. Jonas Valanciunas was out of the game a little bit earlier, but he finished with a double-double as he usually does. He has I think this is his 19th straight game with double-digit rebounds, or 27th straight game with double-digit rebounds, something like that. He tied Zebo for a record tonight. So it was good to see. Not really much to say. The Hawks were also on a back-to-back, so it was kind of even. The Hawks sat down 4 of their starters. So who didn't play? Gallinari didn't play. John Collins is hurt. Capella didn't play. So they weren't at full strength, but obviously neither were the Grizzlies. Brandon Clark didn't play. DeAnthony Milton didn't play. Justice Winslow didn't play, and Jaren Jackson didn't play. So we were all down. We were down some players as well. But like I said, the Grizzlies came out, really got focused after a bad first 6 minutes to start the first quarter. We got focused. Bench came in, played really well toward the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, got us in the lead. Starters came back in, held it, went up by 3 going into half, and we came out of halftime on fire, man. Like Grayson went off. Ja went off. Dylan was doing what he was doing. It was great. They're a frustrating team. Like Trae Young didn't look comfortable at all. He ended up with 11 assists, but only like 12 points, 14 points. So it was good to see this team. Right now they're 3-0 on this 4-game road trip with a winnable game against the Knicks coming up, which you need to start stacking these wins because you got another long road trip coming up in a week, and you need to against different playoff teams on the West. This was an all Eastern Conference playoff. This is an Eastern Conference road trip. So you got some playoff teams coming up on the West pretty shortly here. So you need to stack these wins. This put the Grizzlies 2 games over 500, solidly in 8th place, trying to get to 7th. So yeah, it was good. The play of the game, we're going to do superlatives. The play of the game, got a lot to choose from in that third quarter, but Kyle Anderson first off, Grayson got a steal. It was a sequence of the game, I would say. Grayson got a steal, laid the ball up, got a fast break layup, boom. And right down the court, next play, Kyle Anderson gets a steal, And as he's going down the court, you see Ja behind him on one camera angle. You see him mouth the word backboard, where he yelled it. And then you heard the bench yell backboard. So Kyle threw it off the backboard. Ja caught it with two hands, dunked it, and that put us up at like 20 something in the third quarter. And Ja came down talking crap to somebody. I don't know who he was talking to. I assume it was Trae Young, but I'm not sure. But he was talking to somebody on the Hawks team or in the crowd. As he was, because he was very demonstrative with his hands and doing all of that good stuff. But yeah, man, like I said, we can run down the stats real quick. Kyle Anderson finished with 16 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 6 of 11 from the field. Dylan finished with 17 points. I mean, Dylan played 6 of 9, very efficient. It was an efficient Dylan Brooks game, played great defense like he normally does. It was a really good game from Dylan. Jonas had 19 and 11 on 9 of 13. Like, we shot, as a team, we shot 54%, dog. That's crazy. Ja finished with 19, 7, and 7, and Grayson had 30. Grayson had 30 points on 18 shots, 10 of 18, 30 points, 4 rebounds. And off the bench, like I said, the bench played really well. Tyus Jones had 10. John Conchar comes out with 7. Desmond Bane with 5. 2 for 9 for Desmond. He had the worst shooting night of anybody on the team. Let's see. Kyle missed 5. Dylan missed 3. Jonas missed 4. Ja missed 5. Grayson missed 8. And yeah, Desmond missed 7 shots. But shit, Grayson, you can miss 8. He was 10 for 18. You missed those. It was good to see. I know Mason and I talked about maybe you rest Ja this game since he was hurt a little bit after that last game against the Heat, but he came out not looking with no ill effects. And it just gives you a lot of confidence about this team going forward and what they can do. Like, so you got to look at it like Atlanta did not have 4 of their starters or 3 of their starters. We get it, but we're also missing players too. And we've beat teams. We've beat teams with this lineup, and we beat teams with the team looking like this. So not really, like I said, not really much to take away. Like, if the Grizzlies come back and do this again on Friday, I mean, to me, this road trip is already a success. You've won 3 out of the 4 games. You come on Friday, beat the Knicks on Friday. This is when you go 4-0 on the East Coast road trip in a week. You gotta love it. So it was today is Wednesday. So you played Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, man. Sunday, you played the Sixers on Sunday, the Heat on Tuesday, the Hawks on Wednesday, and now you got the Knicks on Friday. You go 4 games in 6 days. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, 4 games in 6 days. Yeah, man. Can't beat it. You go 4-0. So we would like to see him win on Friday. If we don't, I'm not looking too bad at it. The Knicks are coming off a couple bad losses. They lost to the Celtics tonight. So they'll be ready and raring to go. We're good to see a good friend Derrick Rose on the Knicks, and Julius Randle's going to be a lot to handle, but I think this team can do it. But it's good to see this team where we are right now, man. And yeah, I'm going to say that. Like, I'm going to give you a good solid 10 minutes of a show today because, like I said, there's not really much to talk about that we didn't say in last night's show. The defense smothered the Hawks. We shot 54%. They shot 45%. We out-rebounded them by 12. Had more assists than them. They took more shots than us, obviously, because they were down. We shot 43% from the three-point line, which is crazy. They shot 36. So, good team win. It's nice to see Grayson have a game like this, a 30-point game. Nice to see Ja be a little bit more aggressive. He was pretty aggressive going to the rim. Grayson got to the free throw line a lot, shot 8 free throws, which was the most by anybody in the game. So that was good to see. If we're going to get into the superlatives like we normally do, I will say that my player of the game, going to give it to Grayson, obviously 30 points. It was good to see him get going, especially in that third quarter. My bum of the game, that's a good question. Who's my bum of the game? Who's going to be my bum of the game? I think I'm going to give it to I'm gonna give it to Trae Young. There was a point in time in the third quarter where the game wasn't that out of hand, where you would think that a superstar player like Trae would try to take over and get his team back in it. But kind of like Jimmy Butler did last night, he looked pretty uninterested. He shot 6 of 17, over 4 from the 3-point line. I say he did have 11 assists, 5 rebounds, which is probably his season high. He doesn't get that many rebounds. 14 points, but I mean, with the lineup that they had out there, you would expect Trae Young to score more, but they played last night. Maybe he said, you know what, I ain't got my regular dudes with me, so I'm going to just give C plus effort. So that's what he did to me. So I'm going to say that Trae Young is my bum of the game. Play of the game, I'm going to say the lob off the backboard from Kyle Anderson to Ja Morant was the play of the game. Got the team hype. One of the best bench celebrations that we had. Everybody was in on it. I bet you even Taylor Jenkins smiled. So it was good to see. Good to see that happen. And did I win any money tonight? No, man. You know I didn't win no money tonight. No, I got close. Let's see what we had. So I said Kyle Anderson would score more than 10 points. He did. I said Grayson would score more than 10 points. He did. I said Kyle would make at least 1 3. He did. I said Jonas would score more than 15 points. He did. I said Dylan would score more than 15 points. He did. I said Ja would get more than 6 assists, which he did. I said Trae Young would get more than 8 assists, which he did. I said Jonas would get more than 10 rebounds, which he did. I said Kyle Anderson would get more than 4 rebounds, which he did. Well, Jamal, if you got all that right, what'd you get wrong? Let me tell you, listener. I said Trae Young will score more than 20 points because I figured, Trae scores 20 in his sleep sometimes, and he doesn't have his normal starting lineup out there with him. He'll give you 20 points. This is what he does. He ends up with 14. I say he shot 6 to 17. Make a few more shots to get to 20 points. That's easy. And then I said that Kevin Huerter would hit 2 or more threes. He hit 1 3. So he's kind of one of their sharpshooters, but he only hit 1. He actually did hit 2 threes, but they waved it off because they called an offensive foul on Trae Young. And that was in the third quarter. And then they ended up calling the tech on Trae Young on the exact same play because I think he said something to Grayson. Him and Grayson got into it earlier this year. So it was good, whatever. Like I said, I'll continue losing my little $3 to $4 if it means the Grizzlies keep winning. But y'all know I'm getting closer and closer and closer. I got one right. The Celtics game, I won some money off of it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens on Friday with the Knicks. I got a pretty good handle on the Knicks. Kind of know what Randall's going to do, probably Barrett, and then we'll just see what the rest of the Grizzlies do. But, with that being said, we're going to get on up out of here. Told you it's going to be a short show after this game. The Grizzlies beating the Atlanta Hawks, 131-113. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow the show on iTunes or Spotify. That's where you can find the show on any digital streaming platform. You can find the show. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know you like what you're listening to. My boy Mace is back. He would say you can find the show on YouTube at Diamond in the Bluff Media or on Facebook at the Kickback or at Diamond in the Bluff on Facebook. So with that being said, for Jamal, that's me. In the All Memphis Post Game Show. We will holler at y'all later. We are out.